Hey guys, what's going on? Levi Apparel, like and subscribe. So yeah, as usual, I got more coming for you, right? So a lot's been happening. A lot's been happening. We got my printer that I told you guys about. I don't know what to say about the printer. I don't know what to say about the printer, but man, this thing is, I need to get rid of it. So today on updates on the channel, what's going on. Today's the day that I start talking about the different machines that I got, and then after that, well, before I do that, I gotta clean the shop because I was trying to work on the Epson 7710 that's below, my camera. So yeah, I gotta get rid of it, put it in the back of the truck. I was gonna donate it. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna let somebody go through that hurdle of trying to fix it and then go through all that trouble. So yeah, so what happened with it? What happened with it? Why isn't it working? Okay, what ended up happening was this, right? The print head that I got apparently was not the same print head I was supposed to go with it. I mean, I went to get the print head on Amazon. It said that it was compatible with the 7720. I know the 7720 is the new edition of the 7710. So I was like, you know what? Let me go with it, right? It's just 7720 only has one more like place where you can get, more paper put in. So it's got two paper feeds, basically. Instead of, well, three. One in the back, two in the front. The Epson 7710 has one in the back, one in the front. So because of that, I wasn't able to use it, and it kind of bummed me, because I had put the print head in there, and then the printer was like, wait, that's the wrong print head. And so I was like, okay, you know what? Let me put back the old print head. When I put back the old print head, I don't know what software they have in there, but apparently the software they have in there, it ended up making my printer not be able to recognize uh, the print head, its original print head. And then when I tried to put back the previous print head, because it was doing print head cleanings, it got a little bit messed up. Then eventually, it looked like it was getting back together, so I thought everything was good. And then tried to put the old print head in there, didn't work. Swap it back and forth, still no difference. And I was like, you know what? There's no point. I ended up cleaning the original print head, making sure that it's squeaky clean, but it still didn't work. So I was like, you know what? There's no point. The printer is 9 years old. It's about to hit 10, and I've had enough of it. So I was like, you know what? Let me get me a new printer. So that's basically what I did. I mean, not get a new printer. Let me get rid of the printer. My TC20, it still does regular prints and stuff like that, like 8 by 11, 11 by 17. I think it even goes 13 by 19. And then it has a large roll that can do like 23-inch by, what is it, 23-inch by 180 inches, right? So basically, almost 2 feet by almost 8 feet, pretty much, right? So yeah. So because of that, I was like, you know what? Let me just use it. And a lot of people's been asking about this printer, and like the printer's been going, like, as far as my channel goes, as far as a video that's been pushing consistently. The the Canon TC20, people's been posting stuff. They've been asking me questions. How's it doing? Is it still printing? Mine is having some issues. What do I do? This and that. And I was like, you know what? Let me just focus on it. And I was just gonna strictly focus on it. And then what ended up happening was this, right? My Epson 7310 is there. My 7310 is there. So now I said, you know what? Let me see if I can convert it. Now, if I can't convert it, it doesn't matter. It's just going to go back to printing regular ink. I'm not going to swap out any print head. All I'm going to do is just basically this, right? I got refillable ink cartridges coming in, right? So basically, they look almost like this, except they're like a little longer, and that's pretty much it. Now, the only issue is the print. This part, which is the microchip, right? The microchip, I think, is a little bit higher or lower because the way they have it configured, this is a little bit longer. So I need to figure a way to make sure this is able to hold the chip that comes with it, so it can actually, be utilized. Um, so yeah, that's what's going on. If not, I may have to get the Epson 7210 or something like that. And I do have the print head that's supposed to go with it, so I'm not even worried that much. You know what I mean? Um, yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. The printer is going bye bye. The 7710. I'm gonna get rid of it. Put it in the car. Then drop it in the junk, in the what do you call it, the dumpster. And then after it's dropped in the dumpster and I get rid of it, my mind can be clear. I'll work on the Epson 7310. And if you're asking, why do you need another printer when you have the larger printer over there, I'm gonna tell you why. Because you guys as subscribers probably can't afford this large printer, right? After taxes, you'll probably be looking at probably close to 1,000. The printer goes from 700 to about 1,000, right? So with all that said, and I have the business edition, so I don't even know how Amazon would sell you the regular edition, right? So because of that, I said, you know what? I need to make it so that you guys can be able to get a printer that you can utilize, a printer that you can utilize that can help you out. Because at the end of the day, I want you to be able to follow me and what I'm doing. Because if you guys just starting out and you're like, hey, dang, I just want to do sublimation a cheap way where I can still get the quality that I want, but I don't have to spend the amount on the printer until I build enough money that I can actually invest into the printer, right? So the whole focus, in case you guys are wondering, like if you guys are professionals and stuff and you're like coming to my channel, why does he have this made up machine? Why don't you just buy the real machine? Because my channel was focused on what YouTube used to be originally, on this niche that I'm in, right? I'm in the DIY niche, and in the DIY niche, back in the day on YouTube, right, before they had the sublimation printers that was made for sublimation, you had the large ones that cost thousands of dollars. So people would do this, right? They would take a regular printer, right? They'd get one of these Chinese manufactured refillable ink cartridges, right? And they'd add their own ink, and then they would be able to do things like sublimation, direct to film, and then even DTG, when they were able to just remove the bottom of the printer, fool the print head, make it think that it's still printing as if nothing is wrong, nothing has been removed, and then they would create DTG. From that came DTG machines. From that came sublimation machines. From that came direct to film machines, right? When it came to embroidery, we couldn't afford those large embroidery machines. So what we used to do is this: we take the small embroidery machine, right? We'd make a file, cut it in half, and then the other half, we'd have the machine print the other half to make a larger image, right? Both top and bottom. So it was time consuming, but the images got printed. It was complete. It looked just like the regular, large embroidery machines. And then the company said, you know what? These guys are doing DIY, and they have a lot of people following them. Let's sell to them. Let's drop down the price, promote it to them, and then they will start doing promotion for us, the companies who have the machines, who have the abilities to make direct to film large printers with the heater dryer system, right? Large printer that could do sublimation, right? Large printers that could do large embroidery machine, I can do embroidery, right? Direct to film printers, white toner printers. From this DIY channels came a lot of the stuff that you guys are using, that now the new people coming in who have the money, who save, who have good credit, they can now invest and get those machines that's more applicable for what they're doing, and so they can grow their channels. Not their channels, so they can grow their business. And then they would watch people who have those machines, and they would grow. Now, some people come to me and say, hey, why do you still do this? I do this because you have people who are brand new, who are watching old videos and is looking for new videos of updates, what's going on. So I'm giving updates, I'm letting you guys know what's going on, and I'm posting. Okay, cool. If you just started on a business and you do not have the money for a sublimation printer, because sublimation printer can run you at least, nowadays, a sublimation printer can run you at least $1,000. I say $600 to $3,000. $600 to $3,000. Somebody just starting, that's like, you know what? I work paycheck to paycheck. I only have enough to pay for food, electricity, rent or mortgage, and buy clothes for kids, if any, or themselves. And then anything that's left over is maybe like a couple $100, if any, right? Sometimes they're in the negative, you know what I mean? So they're looking for something that's quick, easy, that they can get, doesn't cost too much, and is obtainable and convertible, right? So an Epson sublimation, Epson printer usually are more convertible. Hold on one second. Yeah, so an Epson printer, give me a minute. Yeah, so an Epson printer is more convertible, right? When it comes to being able to do direct to film and stuff like that. And sublimation, right? The minute you have that type of printer, you're able to do a whole lot more, right? So Epson 7310 is what I'm going to be using next for sublimation. Now, I do have the TC20. I will be doing videos on it. Everything I have, I'm going to do videos on it separately, because people are asking, hey, what about this printer? What about this? What about that? So I'm going to just do quick videos, introductions, talk about it, move on, right? Introduction, talk about it, move on. And then following that will be, okay, here's what I can do with it. These are the stuff that I've been doing with it. And then eventually I'm going to talk about it, do stuff, talk about it, do stuff. So that's basically my goal for the channel, to grow. So as you can see, we're growing. I've been able to build this place, build the addition, right? Back there was all backyard, right? This whole thing was backyard, and now I'm able to build it. So guess what? If you have a nice big backyard and you have enough space and you follow the city regulations, whatever, and you can build yourself a nice addition, right? Office addition, right? Or a studio, right? You build it. Can you build it? Yeah, right? So now, not only does my channel talk about machines, I talk about this right here. This right here. Look at that. Windows, air conditioner, machines, addition, all that, right? I just released a video clip of the addition that I did that's more focused, talking about the addition that I did and all that stuff, right? So yeah, so do you want to grow? Yes. Is it going to take a long time to grow? Yes. Now, what are the materials you can use to grow? It's all right here, right here. So I have from expensive, right? Expensive machines to low to somewhat high end to, you know, large machines, all right here in the shop. So I have the ability to talk on the high end and on the low end, right? Have I done stuff for people? Yes. Have I done stuff for businesses? Yes. Have I done we call it taxes with my business? Yes. Have I done all that stuff? Yes. So that's why I feel like I can talk a little bit more about stuff and what's going on when you just starting off. Now, if you really into like growing and you're big and you can get like loans and stuff like that, you got gigantic warehouse and you're like, man, I don't need you, this and that. Yo, go check the other channels. Go check the other channels. I'm here for people who just started. I'm here for people who are like, growing. I'm here for people who are like, I want to grow, but I want to be a settled growth where I'm able to keep up with what I'm doing. You know, if I don't get any orders at all, doesn't bother me. I just do YouTube videos. I'm good to go. If I get orders, you know what I mean? Now that may slow down my YouTube videos, but I'm trying my best to just continually do as much videos as I can for you guys, so I can make sure you guys have content. And now when it comes to the machines I use, some of them may not be here still, but I'm trying my best to just show you where to go and get them for the low, right? So for example, my embroidery machine, you can still get it, but I don't think the company carries it anymore because they've updated the software. They've updated the screen that allows you to print and see the embroidery artwork and all that. So this may not be available to you through the company, but you can still get it otherwhere, right? Now another thing is this, right? Some machines give issues, but because of what's that thing called, operator error, people don't understand it's their fault that the machine's giving problems. So I basically focus on a lot of that, and what I'm trying to do is just bring you guys the best content that I can. Now this is my channel, this is how I see things, how I view things. If you have opinions or stuff that you want me to work on, that's good. I am more than happy to take it. I'm more than happy to look into it. I'm more than happy to use it. I'm more than happy to grow with you guys, and I'm here to help you guys as much as I can. Same time, I'm trying my best to slow down my growth so I can help you guys. And the reason why I'm trying to slow down my growth is also because as you grow too fast, problems arise, and as the problems arise, you just have too much on your plate. And I'm trying to have enough on my plate so I can be able to manage and take care of me, my family, and my whatever I have going on. So yeah, like, subscribe, Levi Apparel. More videos are coming. I'm trying to do updates as many time as possible so you guys can know what's going on. Right? Peace. Like, subscribe, Levi Apparel.